Hello, this is a presentation on the features and benefits of using our ComsPro Central Office Management software. But first, what is ComsPro Central Office Management software? Well, it's a simple or multi-user program. It's a focal point to facilitate the information flow throughout our school food service accountability systems. As an all-exclusive product, it serves the District Child Nutrition Department, providing a seamless integration with other programs, and is a common data source for centralized free and reduced application processing, district meal accountability, and government reporting. Or to put it another way, ComsPro is kind of like a traffic cop. It directs the traffic, tells the data when to stop, where to go, and where to store the information, all from a central location. What you're seeing now is the integration between our ComsPro Central Office software and our other school accountability modules. But first, I want to show you the data flow and how they all tie together and how it's beneficial to you. To start with, I want to explain the impact of ComsPro Central Office software when using our optional FAR apps free and reduced application processing software. It's important to understand both programs utilize the same Microsoft SQL database, allowing for instant updates across both programs. But before proceeding on, I want to briefly explain our optional FAR apps free and reduced application processing software. It's an automated method for application processing that allows for instant determination of the student's meal eligibility status, while automatically updating the central office program with the student's correct meal status. And better still, it simplifies the direct certified verification and notification processing while meeting all government accountability and reporting requirements. Again, it's an optional module that seamlessly integrates with our ComsPro Central Office software, and some people have said it's invaluable. Also, I want to explain a key component of our meal accountability system. It's a Patriot account ID numbering system which is used throughout our software modules to identify the Patriots and can originate from your student information system. Now, the first step in an automated meal accountability system is to build a centralized Patriot meal account database. This process is made easy by importing the appropriate data from your student information system. Next, if you're using our optional free and reduced application processing software, the Patriot meal account databases are automatically updated with a proper meal classification, saving you time. The next step in the automated process is the Patriot's meal account databases are transferred across your district network to automatically create a Patriot meal account database at the school site's point-of-sale system, thereby eliminating the laborious task of doing it manually. Now, once the Patriot meal account databases have been created, they utilize a prepaid debit system for meal purchases, with money being loaded on the meal accounts at the ComsPro Central Office software and at the school site point-of-sale software. Or if you're set up for taking online credit card payments, the transactions are imported into the ComsPro Central Office software. And as I just mentioned, you also can take prepaid money account at the central office. As you would expect in an automated system, all the prepaid meal transactions made at the central office are transferred to the school site point-of-sale system, which in turn updates the meal accounts with the prepaid deposits. Also, to eliminate another laborious task, rather than have to go to each school's point-of-sale system and program the menu items and pricing, this all can be done at the central office and transfer the programming to the school's point-of-sale system. Now, the next step in the process is at the end of the day, the school sites run their reports, which are then automatically transferred to the ComsPro Central Office software. This data transfer creates a centralized database of all the school's data, allowing for data consolidation and reporting in just about any fashion you desire. You'll find parents really like our optional cloud-based My Meal Money program, which allows them to view an online 30-day history of their child's purchases, in which the meal account data originated in the ComsPro Central Office program. In summary, I think you can see there's a lot of integration and communications between the different software modules. That's where ComsPro comes in. It's like having your own director of communications. With ComsPro, you can stop thinking about the tedious chore of building databases and compiling report data and get on with feeding the children. Well, how does the program work? I'm going to show you an overview of how the program actually works and the features that can save you time and money. To start with, we know that security and user access is important to you, and that's why we give you 5 different levels you can easily be set up for each user. In fact, you as an administrator are in control. As mentioned earlier, it all starts with a Patriot meal account database. Now let's look at how you create a student account database that's using the ComsPro Central Office software, the optional FAR App Screen Reduced Application Processing software, and at the school site's point-of-sale system. Once you've logged in, the main screen opens with its big user-friendly buttons with text identifying the functions for each button, all on one screen. Now to start creating and working with the Patriot accounts, you simply select the Account Manager button, which opens the account information screen, which upon initial setup is blank. At this point, you would have to fill in the blanks for all the appropriate fields, which goes without saying is labor intensive. Or to eliminate this laborious data entry task, you can import the data from the school district's student information system. This process automatically populates the form with the student's name, ID number, birthday, campus, grade, and homeroom, with the data from your district student information system. Plus, each time you do an import from your student information system, the appropriate fields in ComsPro are automatically updated with the latest data, which is really helpful during the school startup due to all the schedule changes and withdrawals that are normally going on. In fact, we recommend doing this daily to keep the student meal account data current across our system. But you'll also notice there are several fields that are not normally filled in from the data imported from your district student information system, with one being the classification field. When you do an import, the Patriot's meal classifications are normally defaulted to a regular or full page status. However, you can easily change the meal status by selecting the appropriate meal classification from the drop-down list. Now, this is one of the benefits of using our optional FAR App Screen Reduced Application Processing software. The student's meal status is automatically filled in, and the free and reduced application number is filled in for easy cross-reference, saving you lookup time. Or if the student is on the Direct Certified or Head Start list in the optional FAR App Screen Reduced program, they are easily identified in the Account Manager screen as an easy reference. Now, an additional benefit of using our optional FAR App Screen Reduced software is you have the flexibility of not allowing meal status changes in the ComsPro Central Office software or at the point-of-sale system, and will be alerted if any changes are attempted. This is to guarantee you have a free and reduced application on file and ensure government compliance for providing an audit trail. But again, you have choices. This is an option if you're using our FAR App Screen Reduced software that can be turned on and off depending on the procedures in your school district. Now, guardian information needs to be associated to the student. This requires a manual data entry, or if you're using our optional FAR App Screen Reduced software program, the information is automatically filled in, saving you data entry time. This information you can easily mail or email student low balance or negative balance letters to parents. For flexibility, you can easily associate a student picture created by different sources to the student meal accounts. In fact, many customers have used the picture taken for the yearbooks by LifeTouch, but they can be from any source as long as they are in a JPEG format. The picture is used for positive identification for meal purchases at the school site point-of-sale systems, and associating the picture is an option and is not a mandatory requirement. As you would expect from an integrated system, the Patriot's meal accounts created in the ComsPro Central Office program are transferred across your district's network to the school site's point-of-sale system and automatically creates a Patriot meal account database. Again, the centralized Patriot meal accounts utilize a prepaid debit systems for meal purchases with money loaded on the Patriot's meal accounts at the ComsPro Central Office or at the school site point-of-sale software. You'll find collecting and recording prepaid money meal account is easily done by simply clicking on the Adjust Balance button. This opens the prepaid deposit screen, giving you the options of loading the Patriot meal account with cash or check with a check number and easily printing a receipt if requested. Or from the same screen, you can simply do refunds for Patriot meal accounts and record the reason for the refund. As you would expect from a quality meal accountability system, we provide you with an easy-to-read refund report. If bad checks are a problem, you can simply adjust a meal account due to a non-sufficient funds check and have the transaction reflected on the audit report that we know you'd require. System integration and communications is what it's all about. By having all the prepaid meal transactions that are entered in the ComsPro Central Office software automatically sent across your network to update the school site's point-of-sale meal accountability system provides you with just that. Plus, as part of the easy meal account setup procedures, you have the ability to create dietary notes and restrictions on how the Patriot's meal accounts will be handled at the school site point-of-sale system, all from the central office. Also, students sometimes are identified at the school site point-of-sale system by scanning a barcoded ID card. Well, creating the barcodes is no problem with ComsPro Central Office software. You just simply print the student ID barcodes. Again, you have a seamless integration with any changes made to the Patriot meal accounts being sent across your network to the school site's point-of-sale system for automatic updating. Now, we know that creating the school site's meal account databases is just part of the equation. You need a simple way to set up all the other parameters for the school site's point-of-sale system from the central office. Well, you can easily do this by selecting the System Setup button, which opens a configuration screen giving you a host of setup options. First, you'd enter the district information by simply filling in the blanks, and then start setting up the campus information by starting with simply filling in the information for each school. Now you would enter the AccuClaim information data used for creating AccuClaim edit checks. Again, if you're using our optional FAR App screen reduced application processing software, these fields will be auto-populated. Now, the data imported from your student information system will automatically populate the total enrollment field, otherwise a manual entry is required. And last, if you have a school that's a severe needs school or area eligible, you would simply select the appropriate settings. Again, you have easy to fill in forms and communication between multiple programs to save you time and guarantees you data accuracy. We know that school sites' point-of-sale software need to be configured with menu items are going to be selling. This is easily done by setting up menus and menu items to be sold at each school site in the ComsPro Central Office program. You'll find that our solution for menu programming is not a one-size-fits-all scenario as many of our competitors utilize. With our solution, you have the flexibility of creating different menus and menu items with pricing that are specific to each school's point-of-sale serving line. Now, you'll also find that setting up or editing a menu item button is easy. Simply select the button and this opens the key information screen. And staying with our philosophy of keeping it simple, you just fill in the blanks with your key descriptions, pricing, menu item cost, and select the right category from a drop-down list. Again, to meet your specific serving line requirements, you can create individual menus for particular serving lines. Also, for additional operational efficiency, You can easily associate a picture of the menu item to the button to aid the cashier in identifying which button to press during the meal service. Now, keep in mind that the setups made in the ComsPro Central Office program for the menu items are what the cashiers are going to be seeing on their point-of-sale serving screen. Again, you have the versatility in the setup process. These button layouts can be set up for specific serving line requirements. Again, we're not a one-size-fits-all solution. You have choices. In addition to having the ability to set up individual menus for each serving line, you also can set up different operational parameters for each serving line. Simplicity is the key. It's done by either activating a checkbox that fits the criteria for that serving line or simply fill in the blanks. Again, you'll find that all the basic setup processes are just a simple matter of filling in the blanks with appropriate data such as entering the reimbursement rates, Provision 2 baseline data requirements, or tax rate for adult purchases. So now in summary, all the setup programming that's done in the central office for the campus site's point-of-sale systems are sent across the network to the school site point-of-sale system for automatic updating. Now visualize a process where the school sites transfer the end-of-day reports across your network to the central office software, allowing for data consolidation, centralized reporting. Well, you don't have to visualize. That's what our solution does. You can now say goodbye to reports frustration. By selecting the Reports button, you'll find a host of management and government report options to choose from. Plus, you'll find you have options for creating the report criteria to meet your needs, such as selecting the campus and defining the sort order for your report. With our report selection process, you'll see why we say you can have it your way. You can easily define a report criteria for numerous reports, allowing you to select an individual campus, select all campuses, select a start date, end date, or consolidate the data for the appropriate report. Plus, if you find you need a report that's not in our standard 100+ reports, you can easily export report data to a host of third-party programs for further data manipulation. In fact, versatility is what the program is all about. Again, you have flexibility. If you need to know the meal accounts with low balances, accounts with negative balances, who's made deposits, has had refunds, or need a detailed account listing that can be easily run from this host of meal account reports. Plus, you'll find the meal account reports are easy to read and understand. As I had previously mentioned, one feature of the reporting section that clients have said is invaluable. It's the ability to easily create low balance or credit collection letters and send them by mail or email. And if a parent calls to inquire about their children's meal purchases and payments, you'll be amazed on how easy it is to provide them with requested information. Of course, schools and district meal services and government reporting are a key component of our software. You'll find that creating the school's meal service reports with detailed revenue and meal counts and accurate claim edit checks have never been easier. And you'll find that our simple but intuitive user report selection interface allows you to select your criteria for the reports. You'll also discover that the breakfast, lunch, and snack service reports are all encompassing reports with information on one easy-to-read report. Total revenue and meal counts by category, from student and adult prepaid meal deductions, and cash sales are all in one section. Revenue auditing, detailed cash reconciliation data is in another section, and accurate claim edit checks and participation percentages in a different section. Again, all this in one report. Or maybe you just need a quick snapshot of sales and meal counts without all the detailed data. And of course, we know that you'll need the accurate claim edit check reports or Provision 2 reporting to meet all government requirements. Some clients have said this report has helped in doing forecasting or production records by generating a la carte sales, item counts with a click of a mouse. And you'll be amazed at how easy it is to compile the data for the monthly reimbursement claims. Sometimes obtaining the report data for doing bank reconciliations can be a challenge. Well, you're pleased to know that our bank reconciliation report simplifies this process by putting the data on one report for your review. And speaking of reconciliation, you have the ability as an administrator to simply create, edit, or delete any meal service report for any school or any date with our easy-to-use report editor. And you'll find, along with our software reporting capabilities, analytical tools are built in. You'll always know your free and reduced eligibility percentages and your average daily participation by school, by month, without having to use spreadsheets. We know as a director or supervisor you would like the insight of where you're at financially and operational at all times, but there are some data variables that are not normally instantly available to you, such as labor costs or other costs to easily compile income statements or operational analysis reporting. Well, we have created a straightforward method for giving you an estimated snapshot of how the schools are doing, allowing you to easily compute these management reports. But I want to emphasize that this is just a snapshot and is not intended to replace your accounting system reporting. In our program, we know what your sales and reimbursement revenue are, but we're missing data elements such as labor costs or other costs to easily compile an income statement or operational analysis report. To solve that problem, we have created simple methods for creating estimates for the missing data variables. With the first being an easy way to determine labor cost. In our program, you can easily set up the employees with hours they are scheduled to work, along with a pay rate, along with other reference information to obtain this information. And once you have the employees set up, their names will be displayed in the grid, and at the bottom is a summary of the labor information showing the number of employees, total hours worked, and total labor costs that will be used in different reports. Plus, other variable costs can be easily set up that would have an impact on a financial or operational snapshot. Again, you have choices for entering the data elements that would apply to your organization. As you would expect from an integrated solution, any changes made to the labor scheduling and costing module at the central office software are automatically sent to the school site's point-of-sale systems for updates. Now, another key element that's required in the financial or operational snapshot is food cost. We give you two choices for obtaining this, the first being entering the invoices as the food items are being received from the vendors. The second option is select food costing from menu item key programming to obtain this costing number. To refresh your memory, when you're initially programming the menu item selling price for the point-of-sale system, you also can set up a cost for the menu item. If this has been done, the program has a total cost of all menu items sold and is a costing number used if that method is selected. Again, we give you choices. You would simply select the date and which food costing method you want to use for reports and post them. Also, the same process is done for labor cost. You would select the post date and post labor button to record the labor data. Now, depending on your operational procedures, these transactions can be posted at the central office or in the school site point-of-sale system. If it's done at the school site point-of-sale system, the information will be transferred to the ComsPro central office program at the end of the day, along with the school's daily reports. In summary, we give you simple data entry tools for easily creating the missing data elements needed for financial operational reporting. Again, I want to stress that these variables used for our financial or meal analysis reporting are an educated guess, are not intended to replace data from your accounting system. Now with this data, you have the ability to run a host of financial and operational analysis reports, all based on the formulas and data templates from the Institute of Child Nutrition. Again, you can have it your way for the reports by simply making a school selection, setting the dates, and selecting your costing criteria. You can now easily create an expenses to revenue report, giving you a quick estimated financial snapshot of how your schools are doing. Or maybe you want to know what your cost per plate is for individual schools or consolidated for the district. Or to look at it another way, you need to know what your revenue to expenses per plate is by school or by district. Or maybe you'd just like a simple operations and analysis overview report of your school on one report. Those were just a few of the reports. Again, you have the ability to run a host of financial, operational analysis reports. Now, in addition to the robust reporting capabilities we give you, you'll be pleased to know that we have numerous built-in interfaces for complementary third-party programs, such as CN reporting for the state of Ohio, school messengers. These programs are already ready for your use. And speaking of interfaces, you have the options for controlling your imports and export methods. And you'll find with enrollment file import options, you can easily set it up to schedule import times with just the data fields you need in your system. Again, you're in control. Also, speaking of importing and export data, the ability to transfer Patriot meal account history to our optional cloud-based online My Meal Money website is done with a click of a button. In closing, I think you can see that the program is very versatile, easy to use, but yet comprehensive, and provides you with software tools to effectively manage your department.